This is Economy Watch, what you need to know about New Zealand's economic life today. Brought to you by interest.co.nz.
Kia ora, and welcome to Wednesday's Economy Watch, where we follow the economic events and trends that affect Aotearoa. I'm David Chaston, and this is the international edition from interest.co.nz. And today we lead with news. We're in the shadow of tomorrow's US Fed rate decision. There almost certainly will be a rate cut, but the size of it is still in doubt. Place your bets. Meanwhile, today's dairy auction was a relatively tame affair, largely delivering what the derivatives market signalled. But AMF and butter slipped, with the rest of the powders and cheese all rising about 3%. But there was more of the weak milk fats in this auction than normal, so the overall prices only rose 0.8%. In New Zealand dollar terms, it was similar. There will be little to shake Farmgate payout forecasts in this event's results. And staying local, we should note that there is another electricity crunch underway this morning between 7am and 8:30am. Prices are under pressure, as you would expect. Elsewhere in the US, the data released overnight delivered another set of positives. August retail sales grew when a slip was expected, and July retail sales were sharply revised higher. Last week's Redbook index rose 4.7% from the same week a year ago. And US industrial production rose, and by more than expected in August, and that means on a year-on-year basis it is no longer negative. And their NAHB Wells Fargo Housing Market Index rose in September, beating expectations. This breaks a string of 4 consecutive monthly declines. And there was a well-supported but relatively small US Treasury 20-year bond auction today, where the median yield came in at 3.97%, down from 4.10% at the equivalent event a month ago. In Canada, their CPI inflation rate fell to 2% and back to where their central bank needs it to be. It was a slightly larger adjustment lower than expected. The Bank of Canada next reviews rates on October the 23rd, and there's growing talk of a 50 basis point reduction then. Meanwhile, Canada housing starts in August came in lower than expected. Across the Pacific, Singapore's August exports came in softer than was anticipated, but India's August exports beat estimates, even if the rise seems minor and overall Indian exports are not large by world scales. And remember, China is on holiday today. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now just on 3.64% and up 1 basis point from yesterday. And the price of gold will start today at $2,566 an ounce and down $15 from yesterday's high. Oil prices are up $1 at $71.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is now just under $74 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today at 61.8 US cents and down 10 basis points from yesterday. Against the Aussie, we're down 20 basis points at 91.6 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're down 10 basis points at 55.6 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at 69.4 and down a minor 10 basis points from yesterday. And the Bitcoin price starts today at $60,835 and up 4.9% from yesterday. Volatility over the past 24 hours has been high, at just on plus or minus 3.3%. You can find links to the articles mentioned today in our show notes, and you can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.